Matthew chapter 18. At that time the disciples came to Jesus and asked, "Who then is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven?" He called a little child to him, and he placed the child on his child. He placed the child among them, and he said, "Truly I tell you, unless you change and become like this little child, you will never be able to enter into the kingdom of heaven. And for whoever takes the lowly position of this child is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven. Whenever welcomes one such child, in my name welcomes me. If anyone causes one of these little ones, those who believe in me, to stumble, it would be better for them to have a large millstone hung around their neck and be drowned in the depth of the sea. Woe to the world because of the things that cause people to stumble. Such things must come, but woe to the person through whom they come. If your hand or your foot causes you to stumble, cut it off and throw it away. It is better for you to enter life maimed or crippled than to have 2 hands or 2 feet and to be thrown into the eternal fire. If your eye causes you to sin, gouge it out and throw it away. It is better for you to enter life without an eye than to have 2 eyes and to be thrown into the fire of hell. See that you do not despise one of these little ones, for I tell you that the angels in heaven always see the face of my Father in heaven. What do you think? If a man owns 100 sheep and one of them wanders away, will he not leave the 99 on the hill and look for the one that wandered off? And if he finds it, truly I tell you, he is happy about the 1 sheep and about the 99 that did not wander off. Father in heaven is not willing that any of these little ones should perish. If your brother or sister sins, go and point out their fault just between the 2 of you. If they listen to you, you have won them over. But if they will not listen to you, take 1 or 2 others along, so that every matter may be established by the testimony of 2 or 3 witnesses. If they still refuse to listen, tell it to the church. If they refuse even to the church, treat them as you would to a pagan or a tax collector. Truly, when I tell you, whatever you bind on earth will be bound in heaven, and whatever you loosen on earth will be loosened in heaven. Again, I truly tell you that if 2 of you on earth agree about anything they ask for, it will be done for them by my Father in heaven. For where 2 or 3 gather in my name, there I am with them. And Peter came to Jesus and asked, "Lord, how many times shall I forgive my brother or sister who sins against me? Up to 7 times?" Jesus answered, "I tell you, not 7 times, but 77 times. For the kingdom of heaven is like a king who wanted to settle accounts with his servants. As he began to settle, a man who owed him 10,000 bags of gold was brought to him. Since he was not able to pay, the master ordered that he and his wife and his children and all that he had to be sold to repay the debt. At this, the servant fell on his knees before him. "Be patient with me," he begged, "and I will pay back everything." The servant's master took pity on him, canceled the debt, and let him go. But when the servant went out, he found one of his fellow servants who owed him 100 silver coins. He grabbed him and began to choke him. "Pay back what you owe me," he demanded. His fellow servants fell to his knees and begged him, "Be patient with me, I will repay it back." But he refused. Instead, he went off and his man thrown into the prison until he could pay the debt. When the other servants saw that what had happened, they were outraged and went and told their masters everything that had happened. And the master called the servant in. "You wicked servant," he said, "I cancel all the debt of yours because you begged me to it. Shouldn't you have had mercy on your fellow servant just as I had on you?" In anger, his master handed him over to the jailers to be tortured until he should pay back all he owed. This is how my heavenly Father will treat each one of you unless you forgive your brothers or sisters from your heart.